Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about Dynamic Island, one of the coolest features on the iPhone, which is now available on the entire iPhone 15 lineup. I feel like Apple has sort of neglected this feature on the iPhone a bit. I think it could be doing so much more. But with that being said, the first update to Dynamic Island was back with iOS 16.1 nearly a year ago. And now with iOS 17.1, Apple has added some additional new features and functionalities to Dynamic Island that I wanted to share with you guys in today's video. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one. So with the latest iOS 17 and the latest Dynamic Island update, Apple has added what I like to call better UI experience and better UI interactions. So if I set an alarm here, let's say for 12:24, once the alarm goes off, you'll see that I'll be able to actually snooze the alarm directly within Dynamic Island UI. So once the alarm goes off, I can go ahead right here and you see the UI. I can actually interact and snooze that alarm directly from the UI built into Dynamic Island, which I really like. Of course, you can always go back and turn that off if you wish to do so. But as I mentioned, Apple has added a better interaction experience and a better looking UI as well. For example, if your iPhone drops to 20% battery life, you know how you get that pop-up on the center of the screen to enable low power mode? Well, now you can do that with Dynamic Island. So once Dynamic Island notifies you of a 20% low battery, you can actually click the low power mode button directly within Dynamic Island. Therefore, you'll be able to enable low power mode directly from Dynamic Island. And this also translates to other things. Let's say if you use Shazam, Apple has added some great UI. Take a look at Shazam right there, the interaction, the live animations. It gives you the song. You can click on the Apple Music logo here. It'll bring you to Apple Music. It'll give you more information about the artist. I mean, the UI is phenomenal now with Dynamic Island, and I hope that Apple continues to enhance the experience and maybe add additional options for notifications such as emails or messages and things like that. But right now, the new UI I'm really loving. Now, even with AirDrop, Apple has also added some nice UI elements. As you can see right there, when you go to AirDrop a file, you get a nice image or information in regards to the person that you AirDrop to. So if you go to AirDrop a file, just like so, you see that Dynamic Island will show you that you're connected. On the other side, you can actually swipe and send this over, and Dynamic Island will give you that sweet animation, and you'll get a file sent over to another device, which I really like. I like the new animation and the UI for Dynamic Island and the AirDrop new interface. Now, when it comes to live voicemail, when you get an incoming phone call, you can actually dismiss that phone call and you'll see the actual live voicemail icon on the status bar of your device. So take a look here. Once I get that incoming call, I can actually send it to the live voicemail. Right there it is, and I can swipe away, and that is what the UI looks like. As you can see right there, you get the emoji of the person on the other end to the left of Dynamic Island, and on the right you get the live voicemail icon to the right of Dynamic Island, which looks really neat. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the new action button, which I use for focus mode. So if I long press, it takes me out of do not disturb, and if I press it again, it takes me back to do not disturb. But did you know you can now actually interact with that and enable it directly from Dynamic Island or disable it directly from Dynamic Island, because Apple has given you the interaction aspect. Now, it is a little bit glitchy right now. It's not working 100% properly, but as you can see right there, I can click on Dynamic Island and disable the do not disturb option. So I can do that directly from Dynamic Island. As I mentioned, I think the timing is a little off right now. It is beta software. 17.1 is beta software right now, but you can enable things like the flash, for example. So if I go into the action button here and change that to the flash, I can go ahead and long press, and the UI shows me the flash, and I can enable or disable the flash directly from the Dynamic Islands. And not only that, but Apple has also brought this to an iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. For example, if I go into enabling the flash, you see that on Dynamic Island, I can actually enable or disable the flash as well with Dynamic Island. This translates to basically most of the new functionalities with the action button. As you can see right here, you also have some shortcuts you can enable. You also have the ability to enable some of the accessibility features. So a lot of interaction happening here with Dynamic Island when it comes to the action button, and also bringing these options over to the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max as well, which I like to see. This is basically a quick update on what's new with Dynamic Island, some of the new interactions, some of the new UI. Let me know what you think about this. Is there anything you would like for Apple to add to Dynamic Island? In my opinion, I think notifications for messages and maybe even email should be coming in through Dynamic Island, and then you can long press and then quick reply. That's just my opinion, but I would like to hear your thoughts in those comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.